Hey all, and welcome back. So today we're going to check out the Titan Returns Apeface. This is a remake of an old G1 character that was more of a larger robot that had this little headmaster, like typical headmasters. But this is sort of a deviation in the line where they're giving us a variety of heads and sort of weapon vehicles rather than full-on robots. Maybe Takara will give us a robot mode, or maybe we'll see a special edition one under a different name, as they've sort of been doing with the Combiner Wars line. However, this is what they've given us so far, so let's go ahead and check it out. So here we have an 8 mode, and the first thing that comes to mind is this is a $5.99 figure compared to the $15 figures that are larger, and there's not a whole lot of plastic in this. I mean, it is a fair price point considering you get some head options and sort of this little toy gimmick, but there are a few things lacking. I feel like they really could have added to made this a little bit more worthwhile. The robot mode for the ape is not bad. He's got arm articulation. That's about it. These are a little bit reminiscent to me of the G1 Micromasters. Other than the plastic quality, these really remind me of that as far as how they feel and the amount of articulation. And so we have Apeface here. And it's not bad looking. I think maybe a little bit of silver accents or something along those lines. Paint here would have been a nice touch on the teeth and such. But it's alright as is. And the way that he rides on the back here is there's these little pegs on the back, and his feet just pop in, and then you've got him right on the back of the monkey. So it does look pretty cool, and it has a simplicity that keeps it fun to transform. But when you compare price points with larger figures, it's not an incredible value, but it's still pretty cool. So let's go ahead and compare him to Furos from Hardhead. That's the only other one I've gotten so far. And that's another thing that sort of brings up the lacking. No face paint or any other kind of details on the robot mode. He looks pretty basic. I think some silver faceplate, something. Maybe they're trying to stay true to a design of one of the models or something. However, I think it could have used something. But they're about the same size. There is no remolded parts as far as I can tell, so it still seems pretty unique. And of course on the back you can see the full face. It's to be expected, not really disappointing at this point, considering how simple the line is, but it is there. So we'll go ahead and set him to the side. Now this has another configuration, and the way it works is literally just fold the arms down, and the nose cone comes up, and then you have a little vehicle here. And this is what really reminds me of the Micromaster battle stations. The aesthetic, everything about this really does kind of fit in well with that, and I do think it's cool in that respect. It's just a little simple, and he'll just fold his legs down, fold his arms forward, and he rides in the vehicle. So he's sort of this little, he can be a pilot here. And that's a nice little touch. I mean, you are getting some different playability and a few different configurations for this thing, though it be a little simple. Now, the point of this, there's another mode here, and that's sort of the whole point of this line. So we've got Hardhead here, deheaded, and the way this works is, so fold the arms up and fold the legs down, and then we have the head. And the head's actually not bad looking. There's some painted silver detail here. You can see the eyes. They seem a little glossier compared to the rest of the plastic. And then just this purple face. So it's not a bad looking head. And like the rest of the line, it just plugs in there, and it's quite a firm connection. And his neck joint actually does feel better than the one in Furos. So that is an improvement there. And there we've got him there. And he looks pretty good on his head, even though he's a clashing color. It actually is a nice face sculpt, and it does fit the head pretty well. And then as far as this goes, we've got this little handle that pops up. And you just fold the arms back around to the front. I mean, this is really simple configurations. And then this is his gun mode. So he's a triple changer. He's the ape, plane, and a gun, and then just fit the peg in there. The peg is a little loosish, so you'll have to kind of wiggle it in until you get it fitted. It is a heavy weapon, a little too heavy for his arms to hold up, and it's a bit clunky. I mean, it's big. It's cool that they have this other mode. I do think it's better suited to just lift it in 8 mode, or find another port on one of these robots to sort of utilize them that way. Since Hardhead has these extra ports, I think it works a little bit better like that, though it just looks like some weird form on his shoulder. It's not as cohesive in the design, but there are options there. So I would say, for the additional head, he's worth it. The Apeface as a little sort of MicroMaster, a little base figure, it's neat. It could have used a little bit more details here and there, but it's not bad. This is cool that they've given us more options for additional heads. I do hope to see them, whether it be under a different name or whatever, to provide us with a full-size Apeface to sort of fit in with the line. It is a little disappointing if we see a lot of Headmasters that get reduced to this just as a head and the little MicroMaster base. It's a cool idea, but some of these characters are definitely worthy of their own figure. So anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.